fuck. Broke as fuck. This is America. Every fucking body has a chance to be successful. In my country, we do not have we can fuck. Listen to me, everybody have a choice. Y'all American people are lazy. Y'all don't want to get your ass. You have $600, but other people don't have 600. The other people don't have $600 because they don't want to work. They don't want to do shit. They're lazy. I'm not lazy. I love hustling. I love to eat nice, good dinners. I love dressing nice, driving nice cars. I sleep like a king. I wake up like a warrior and I go to do something over and over again. I don't want to be broke. I want to be home tired as fuck than be broke as fuck.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just saw this video on YouTube. Originally, it was from TikTok, but I couldn't find it. And this is of a supposed black immigrant telling Americans we're lazy. I don't think the immigrant's black. He doesn't quite... He looks more Puerto Rican, but in any case, it doesn't really matter because immigrants that move here of their own free will seem to have this same attitude, especially towards black people. They have the worst attitudes towards black Americans. They all say we're lazy. They all say that we don't want to work hard. And, you know, I find it interesting that someone who flees their homeland, someone who in many cases has the resources and the people around them to help build things and make things better for themselves, flee instead of just staying there, want to come here and say, we're the problem. But the reality is that y'all are the problem. And very few people have been clapping back at immigrants in general and saying, look, you claim that you're hardworking. Many of you claim that you're more intelligent, you're more smarter, you're more educated, you're more wealthy, you're more this, you're more that. But I don't hear any of you saying, you know what, instead of going to the US or anywhere else, I'm just going to stay my ass right here and try and build something and make something better for myself. I never have heard an immigrant say that. What I typically hear is that we don't have opportunities there. Oh, well, make opportunities. Well, it's the government. It's the government that does this. Okay, well, you and anybody else in your land likely could overthrow your government. You don't have to flee. You're the only group that flees. And I've noticed this in my short time on this earth. Immigrants are the only group that flee a nation and come over here. Black Americans have been the only group on this earth who have said, no, we're not running anymore. No, we are not going to be displaced. No, we're going to stay here. We're going to fight. We're going to build. Despite all of the hardships, despite all of the challenges that we face in our day-to-day lives, we have never fled. At least not en masse. There have been some people who have left to other countries, but that number is infinitesimal compared to the number of Hondurans who come here, compared to the number of Mexicans, compared to the number of Nigerians, Ghanaians, Ethiopians, Chinese, Indians, Afghanistanians, Europeans. Compared to those numbers, we are small, at least in terms of the number of people who have fled. For the most part, we have stayed and said, look, we're going to lay the groundwork for our children, our descendants. We're going to lay the groundwork for human rights, for civil rights. We're going to lay the groundwork to make this place better. And that's why they come here. They're not coming here just by proximity or just because they heard that this is a good place. No. They're coming here because we're here, ladies and gentlemen. They're coming here because we are some of the greatest people. Black Americans, we are some of the greatest people on this earth. And we excel at everything we do. We beat them out in everything. Your worst Black American is at least 100 times better than a recent immigrant. It's 100. Our worst Black American is 100 times better. And they know this. And if we were to leave the United States, if all 40-some million of us just left and said, you know, we're going to go to Italy, we're going to fix that Leaning Tower, we're going to clean up the Colosseum, we're going to really get that place popping, they would all go there. They would all go there. Why? Because we're there. Because we get places popping, ladies and gentlemen. We know how to do it. They don't. They don't have that warrior spirit. They don't have that pompousness in their own homelands. They don't have that same attitude and that same energy in their own homelands. If they did, their homelands would be better. It would be. If they had the same energy that this man has in this little video, they would do so much better for themselves. There would not be any shanty towns in his country. And again, I'm assuming, I don't think this is a black immigrant. He looks more Cuban, I would say Central American, but let's just say he is a black immigrant. There would be no shanty towns in his country. People would not be eager to flee the continent the way they are today. They all flee the continent whenever they get enough money and whenever they get the opportunity. So, you know, it's amazing how he could come over here and say this, and at the same time, it's like, okay, you don't have that same energy in your own homeland? You don't have that same sort of energy? And this man's not an outlier, ladies and gentlemen. There are millions of men and women just like him who come over here with this same attitude, this same vitriol that they have, especially for black Americans. They all come over here with this same mentality, and they don't show any appreciation. They show no appreciation, especially to the black people who laid the groundwork for them to be able to even be here. The first thing they should be saying, especially to black Americans, is, you know, thank you for what your ancestors did. Thank you for laying the groundwork for civil rights and for human rights. Thank you for making it possible for me to be here and work here and live here and enjoy all of the freedoms that I have. Thank you. Despite the fact that we didn't do shit for you. You know, this man supposedly is a black immigrant, but I don't think he's black. But even, let's just say he is. This man, his ancestors did nothing to help us. His parents did nothing to help us when we were going through civil rights. They did nothing for us. So they got one hell of a nerve. Immigrants seem to have one hell of a nerve when they come over here talking about we're lazy and we don't want to work. Okay. Let's just say that's true. We didn't leave this land, though. We didn't leave our countries. We're not trying like that to go to your homeland or to go to Ethiopia or Mexico or Nigeria or Ghana like that. We're not fleers. You are. You are someone who fled. You fled your homeland and you have the nerve to come over here with that attitude. The first thing, like I said a few moments ago, that they should be saying is thank you. That's the only form of symbolism I will ever accept from an immigrant. That's the only form of symbolism I will accept. But I just wanted to say that. Have a good day, night, morning, evening, wherever you're at in this world. Peace and love always. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.